Hi, I'm James the Box Office Artist, and welcome to Q&A Saturdays. I'm here with your box office answers. That sounds pretty corny. My name is James, I am the Box Office Artist, and I want to thank all of you for watching all of my videos every single day this week. There's about roughly 100 days left in 2017, and I haven't told you this, I've told this on my vlog. My goal for the rest of this year, and it's gonna be crazy, but I'm going to try to put out a video every single day. Hopefully you guys I'll have your support on that, you know, and I would really do appreciate it. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you hit that like button, share, and make sure you're subscribed so you can be a part of all the fun. And also let me know what kind of videos you would like to see me do, okay? And any that are kind of fast, any that would probably not take a lot of time, I would love to hear that as well. But I think the time has come for me to actually read all of your comments. So let's start off with the drawing the Hulkbuster video, drawing with my son, the Hulkbuster video. So let's take a look. So let's start here. The Runesmith says, honestly, his initial drawing was actually really good. That's right. The only thing that looked like it could use some work is the angle of the right foot, but the angle and perspective can be a bit tricky, especially when you're trying to draw something that's both mechanical and highly detailed, and your son has some great talent. Thank you so much for your amazing comments. For my son, I actually let him read your comments, so he thanks you for that. And you know, he's what? He's really young, so so thank you for your kind words. My son really appreciates them. And in fact, speaking of appreciative words, Super Squire says, your son is a better artist than me. No, I'm sure you're a great artist, Super Squire. Myth Dusters, my friend Christopher, that was cool, seeing the progression from one step to the next. I'm glad you like that. So I'm actually going to probably try to incorporate that with all my videos. Instead of showing the coloring process, which I noticed with the Pokemon video this week, it's a little too frantic. Unless like I really slow it down. So I might think it's just easier, just go black and white, color in the setting. I might do that, but we'll see what happens there. Okay. Paul Draw says, like father, like son. Great work, you guys. Thank you very much. My buddy Teofil has a couple comments here. He says, amazing work. He also says, like father, like son. Both are so talented. Thank you so much, Teofil. Dude Snorlax says, who that talented boy? That talented boy be my son. There you go. My buddy Speedscape says, phenomenal work. Your son has so much potential. I believe so too. Thank you so much, Speedscape. Taylor says, absolutely love these. James, your little ones has got some skills. Thank you, buddy. Riddy Kung says he should take over your channel. Laugh out loud. Well, I'll be honest. That's the plan. One day, so I can retire and not do this stuff. Adalada. You forgive me, Adalada. Is that how you say your name? With the smiley face. I love so much all your videos. Thank you so much. And I don't know how old your son is, but he's pretty good at drawing. And my friend Emma's Bancel says, I agree. Thank you guys so much for your great comments. I actually did let my son read your comments, so he liked them a lot. So thanks a lot for that. Let's go on to the next video. How to draw a robot in action. Okay. So I was drawing a G1 Impactor, and these were your comments for that, so. And the Runesmith again says, I don't remember this character from G1, which is a shame because he looks pretty, we'll say cool. He looks like maybe a car, but the harpoon in the hand is throwing me off because it seems like an odd thing for a car to have. Whatever the case, he came out amazing, but he's from Last Stand of the Wreckers, okay? So he's one of the Wreckers characters, so. Arthur Bonner says, love these, thank you very much. Emil says, it's really good, but did you forget the Autobot logo? I am actually not sure. I have to go check. But I might have forgotten, but thanks for letting me know if I did. Okay, Guam says, can you show us how you draw a Gundam-type robot, please? Well, you're in luck, Guam. Maybe I'll even show you a Gundam right now. Okay, my buddy the Huinator says, what editing software do you use for your videos? I subscribe to Adobe CC, the Creative Cloud, so I got Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere, but pretty much just Premiere. I used to use a lot of After Effects back in the day when I first started my channel. I used a lot of After Effects because I was using a lot of green screen. and I was trying to do extra things, but now it's pretty much all Premiere. So, okay. Speedscape says, great work, James. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. My buddy Jim Joe says, never boring watching your videos. They're brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm working harder on trying to make these videos a little bit more entertaining, so hopefully it's working. Okay. Aladdin Ansari says, fantastic. Thank you so much. Jesse March says, hey, I got a question for you. How do you scan 11 by 17 paper to your computer? That's a great question because I don't have an oversized scanner. I don't have an 11 by 17 scanner. I never had one. I've always been using a regular letter size scanner. And so I'll probably do a tutorial for you. Maybe I'll do another tutorial video because it's a very simple tutorial video on how to scan 11 by 17 paper. Because as you saw my big Star Wars piece, I scanned that all in. That thing's gigantic with an 8.5 by 11 scanner. So Sarah Hendrickson says hi. Hello. Dysa says, very cool. Your attention to detail is always inspiring me. Pursuing me to put that much work into my own arc looks so cool. I'm glad it does, Dysius, and good luck to you in all your work. Keep drawing, buddy. Keep drawing. Alexandra says, it only takes you 2 to 3 hours to draw this? How? Yeah, I believe that one did take about 3 hours to draw. Usually when I do an 11 by 17 commission, I like to cap myself at 3 hours. Really, I shouldn't be going over that because, you know, for the amount of money I ask, because I don't ask as much for my commissions as other, you know, professional artists. So, really, I should try to cap it at 3 hours, but it is what it is, okay? And my buddy TFL, awesome tutorial, awesome artist. Also, I'm the first comment. Yes, you are, my friend. Big bear hug to you too, my friend. Okay, so let's go to the next video. Updating my Cable and Deadpool piece. Thank you again for all your great comments. June YouTube says, what you use drawing program? I assume you talk about how did I edit the piece. I use Photoshop, pretty much Photoshop. That's the only program I know how to use. I don't know how to use like Paint Shop Pro or Manga Studio. I've never used any other program except, well, I won't say never. I have used Paint Shop Pro and all those before, but I've always been using Photoshop ever since I've been doing comics and everything. So, Photoshop, 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 okay? Aiden is a weirdo. No, you're not. Say, you should do something for Avengers Infinity War with all the characters currently announced. That's right. I think the part of the 31-day challenge collab, we'll be doing that, and we'll see. I might even do more on top of that. We'll see. Louis Moore says, please fix the earlobe area. The prior picture's ear is showing. Thank you. It's an earring. Silver Vixen 007 goes, now that looks really cool. Thank you very much. Costas Mixa says, Rock is the best, but Josh is also cool. I agree on both fronts there. Rafi says, it's crazy how Photoshop could change or manipulate anything. Nailed the likeness down as always, and by the way, awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Rafi, though. That's some great comments there. And it's true, you can do everything in Photoshop nowadays, so that is what it is. Megan Noor says, it bothered me so much that you missed a spot right under his ear of the final piece. It's a wart? Great drawing anyway, thank you so much. My buddy Grimjaw Jack says, ha ha ha, great video. Woo! Grimjaw Jack, you're right. What the Rock is secretly Josh Brolin. And this was a lot of fun. The Artie Games video, which is a lot of fun. I probably will do that weekly from now on. Try my hand at some Artie Games, especially since I'm trying to do a new video every day. Karen says, do you have a tutorial for drawing and inking hair? I need help in that department. And I think we all do, for sure. I actually don't have one specifically for hair, but that is a good suggestion, so maybe I'll do that. What other hobbies do you have, Jim Joe asked? That's a great question. Let me see, actual hobbies, like I'll be honest with you, like drawing is my main hobby, of course, but, you know, a lot of you know I'm a very religious guy, so I go to church a lot, and I do a lot of church activities, but not only that, I love to sing. I love the karaoke. So as you guys know, my buddy Jazza did the Drawing While You're Singing challenge. I might try that in the near future. I might try that, but we'll see, but I'll guarantee it won't be as good as Jazza's, I'll tell you that much. Piggy Oink Oink says, what if the Superman Raid's power was the ability to breathe on land and command land animals. So that would be an interesting one. And some small YouTuber comment here. Draw with Jazaz. Jazza. Love seeing you use my app. You're the best, James. I love your art. Thanks for sharing my app with your audience. Very kind of you. Thank you to my buddy Jazza. And I think as of the recording, he's almost hitting 2 million subscribers. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I believe when I first collabed with him, he must have been around like 400,000 or something like that, like 350, 400. A lot of you were following him even earlier than that. So, and no one deserves it more than my buddy Jazza. So, good on you, buddy. Thank you for commenting. Fadu Art says, "Wow, this looks awesome." Thank you, my buddy. Thank you. Okay, Madeline says, "This is my favorite video. I watched it 5 times. Awesome, awesome. So at least I know what kind of videos I should keep doing for you then, Madeline. Magalinda Calavan says, "You need to do an eye tutorial." I think I will do one. Maybe I'll even do one next week, because everyone does eye tutorials and they get a lot of views. So Speedscape says, "Great video. The Artie Games app is really fun." It absolutely is. Peter Palmiotti says, "Very nicely done." Thank you so much, Peter. Clyde says, "Just subscribe." Welcome, Clyde. Welcome. When do you start doing comic art or just art? And what inspired you to do art? I believe I answered this in a previous video, but I started doing comic art. Well, I started doing art. I've been drawing ever since I remember. If someone made me put an age on it, I'll say 3. But in all honesty, as long as I can remember, I've been drawing. I didn't get serious about drawing comic book art. And when I say serious, as meaning I want to use it as a profession till my last year of high school. Though throughout high school, I've been trying to draw comics. I did my own comic, which I showed previously, and yeah, I've been doing stuff like that. So the gamer site says, "By any chance, can you make a tutorial video on how to do cross-hatching dark shadow effect? This is one of my weaknesses. I would like to learn this." Go check out my comic book style rendering tutorial. It was part 2 of my collab with Jazza last year. Go check that out, and I talk about that in depth in that particular video. I do it while drawing Black Panther. So go check that out when you get the chance. Delada says, "So cool." A new superhero is born. Thank you so much. Alice Ann says, why did you decide to pursue art as a career? Let me just put it this way. I was looking at my final year of high school. I was looking at all these science courses that I had and all these special, technical courses. And I said to myself, you know what? When it comes down to it, I don't really want to do any of this. I want to draw. I want to do art. And that's when I made my decision. I'm not going to be a doctor. I'm going to be an artist. And that went from there. So Zach James says, "Great idea, mate. Do it again." And I think I will do it again for sure. Okay, 76 Habeas Corpus says, "I would love it if you could draw Prophet Splat style." When he says Splat, he means Stephen Platt. I'm a huge fan of his. Would love to see you take a crack at him. Love your vids. They always inspire me to pick up my pencil, Sharpies, and start drawing. You know what? I might do that as a special video too. I'll try to draw in a Stephen Platt style. I think that would be a lot of fun for sure. So, Cadris Coulter says, "Awesome. Thank you very much." "Hey bro, let me borrow $1, bro." Says, "What do you use to get that skin texture?" A lot of people ask me about my actual coloring techniques, and you notice I don't show the entire way I color. And there's a reason behind that, because a lot of what I do there, I teach to my students at Centennial College and Maximus School for Animation Design. And to let you guys know, as you know, college courses, they aren't cheap. Some of these guys are spending tens of thousands of dollars to attend this course. And it would be unfair of me to show that how you do those things for free on my YouTube channel. It would be very unfair of me to do that. So that's why I don't show that. Those techniques I use, and there are very specific techniques that I use in matte painting. Those are reserved only for my students. So that's why I don't show that. And that's why I can't really answer your question. So I apologize for that. Maybe one day if I'm not teaching anymore, we'll see. Costas Mixa says, "Please draw Harrison Ford. I love your art and I just suggested it." Okay. If you want me to draw Harrison Ford, I have a little piece that might interest you. It's the Star Wars one. Okay. James GSR says, "Your interpretation of the cues continue to amaze me. You did an awesome job with this one. She reminds me a bit of Mira, Aquaman's wife. But still very unique." I'll be lying if I didn't say that did pop into my mind when I first read the suggestion. But I did like the red hair. But, I still try to keep it a little original, but I could see exactly what you mean. So, Fuzzy Face Gamer says, "I'm a new subscriber. Welcome. I love it. I love your work. Keep it up." Thank you very much and welcome. Art Naza says, by the way, how long did this take you? That took about, it took about an hour to draw and about an hour to color. So I'll say a couple hours in total. There you go. And one more here. Art Naza says, dude, that's so much better than what I would have done. Love the background and the pose. Fantastic job. Thank you, my buddy. Okay, next video. Next is the Don't Lift Up Your Pen Challenge. Here we go. Shomari says, that was funny. Great video. Thank you so much. Godforge Comics says, there's a specific Turkish style where they do this on entire landscapes and detailed portraits. Look it up if you want. Nope, I'll believe you. I totally believe you. The J. Clay says, do you think it's necessary to go to art school to be a successful artist? Absolutely not. A lot of my friends are famous artists and they did not go to art school at all. But I would be lying if I said it didn't help. It can help. Now, it's all up to you and how well you learn. I'd say 20 years ago, it would have been a lot harder because you don't have the resources like you do today. You have YouTube here, you have Skillshare, you have all these resources to learn how to draw. So you really don't need it if you are disciplined enough to learn on your own. And that's what it comes down to. For me, I'm a type of guy, I need someone to tell me it's got to be finished on this day and be accountable for it. That's what school's good for me. But you might be different. So it's really up to you at that same time. And Musamed, he's reinforcing pretty much what I said. Okay, so I'm gonna speed through this because we're already a long video here. Dominant side says, the dominant side says, I lifted it up again. that was one of my favorite parts of the video too. Megalinda says, I think James is secretly the Joker with that laugh. That's true. How do you make an art portfolio to send to companies? Says Amishish D says, how do you make an art portfolio to send to companies? I couldn't go to college, so I don't know where to start. And you don't need college to make an art portfolio. There's lots online. If you want to get into concept art, I suggest you look up Feng Zhu, FZD or FZD School. Look that up on YouTube. He has a great video on how to put together a portfolio for concept art, for comic book art, sequential art pages show you can tell a story, as well as some good pieces, okay? My buddy PJ says, hey, let me take this piece to Oz Comic Con next week for Jason Momoa to sign. Sure. Mick McEwen says, you're a star. No, you're a star, buddy. Two questions. First, a fun one, because I always want to know what's your favorite comic character superhero. Next question, how do you go about studying other artists, and do you incorporate things from multiple artists in your work? This is from Gavin Anderson. First question, who's my favorite character superhero? I mentioned this before. I'm very simple. Batman and Wolverine, those were two of my all-time favorites here. And how do you incorporate things from multiple artists in your work? The best thing is to understand why they do things. Why their style is that. Why do they draw their eyes like that? Why do they render? Why do they shade like that? And then once you figure out why, because if that's what is pleasing to you, then figure out how you can incorporate that type of thinking. Not necessarily that kind of look, that kind of thinking into your own work. Okay, so for example, if you like my stuff, you like my cross-hatching style, and you ask yourself, why do I cross-hatch? Why do I put specific blacks in certain places? Because there is always a reason for me putting blacks in. So figure out why, and then when you go to your own work, then you could try it yourself. Okay, so that's my quick suggestion for you. Laxiar says, he says, right now, if you, for that point, 10 seconds forward, you also say, right now. And I'm going to go to the next comment right now. Thank you, Loxy. Michael Alphin says, did you get any Copics yet? Think about buying a gray set. Actually, no, I did not buy the Copic. I know I said before ordering it, I was about to order it, and I actually didn't. So I did not get my Copics yet. One of these days I will, hopefully. It's Samihiwa says, you're so good at drawing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Iwi Chen says, this guy deserves more subs. Keep up your good work. Thank you so much. Peter Draws again says, that laugh makes me want to laugh. Me too. Mario Luigi says, yee! There you go. Choco Nut the Doggo says, you're a really great YouTuber that deserves so much more attention. I added the so. Thank you so much, Choco Nut. But again, I'm just appreciative of all of you guys who watch me already. So if people want to come and watch, fantastic. If they don't, that's fine too. No problem. Speedscape says, first, haven't watched the video yet, but no, great edit. This is definitely a fun but annoying challenge. Definitely not cheating, drawing a minion. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. And AutoCat says, love the videos, man. Keep it up. Thank you very much. So I think a lot of these guys are giving me suggestions of what the Pikachu Bumblebee hybrid would be named. So Lathan says, Pikabee. That's a good one. Okay. Michael Alphin says, Picumblebee. There you go. Peter says, Pikabee or Bumblechew, which is what I said in the video. There you go. Masterpiece like the rest of your art. Thank you so much. Snack Pack Love says, could imagine being a trainer going to a gym and having the leader throw this at the end of the match. That's true. MJ says, my favorite Pikachu and Bumblebee. Thank you very much. Glad you liked it. Hector says, we're not worthy, loved it, brother. Thank you, and I'm not worthy of that comment. Thank you, Hector. Madeline says, the best. No, you're the best, Madeline. You're the best. Road Breach says, a little disturbing. A little bit. The J Clay says, love how he put Ash in the drawing. I'm glad you like the Ash, because I tried to keep it a little in the manga style, so glad you like it. Talon says, missed the opportunity to say Pikachu. Yep, that was a common suggestion. Ruben says it's Pikachu. There you go. Zahir says, imagine the vehicle version of this. It would be epic, and it would be epic for sure. Be a giant Pikachu. Nurex says, no more live videos on this channel. The answer is no. I might do one or two here and there, but my live videos will now be on my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRace. The reasoning for that is if somebody new comes to my channel, I don't want them to be inundated with all these live videos on my channel, so I want them to have specific videos that they could watch and enjoy. So that's why I made that decision. So if you guys want to be a part of the live streams, please do subscribe to my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRace. Okay, so the next comment from Nas is nice. Johnny Cortez says, great job, man. You should do a quick animation of him transforming. I would if I knew how to animate. Next question here. Hey, James, from Warp Speed 9120. Any chance of you making it to Fan Expo Vancouver sometime? I did apply for Fan Expo Vancouver, so there is a great chance. So we'll see. I haven't been confirmed 100% yet. Maybe do me a favor, maybe tweet Fan Expo Canada or Fan Expo Vancouver. Let them know you want me to be there. So Jim Joe says this was a brilliant idea. Thank you very much. JJ Ray says, when old school Bumblebee. Yeah, that's right. You know, I wanted a mix of the movie Bumblebee and the old school because, as you guys know, I'm a G1 fan. So Sierping says, I would love to see more of these when you have the time. Quick question though, what is the name of the stand you use to get the top-down view while drawing? I have a Manfrotto. Maybe I'll show you this very quickly here. This is a Manfrotto tripod, okay? So the arm turns down, and then I have the camera that faces down. This cost about $150 Canadian or something like that, so not too expensive. So there it is. Nighthawk says, can you draw Beast Wars Transformers? Yeah, sure, one of these days. William Hayes says you could do an epic Vampire Hunter D. I probably could, yeah. Logan says, very nice, but I think it was missing Pikachu's ears and tail. The ears was actually those long shoulder guns. You can see at the bottom, the cap is there, so the black part was the top part of the ear, and the ears opened up, and the circles on the side, those were the ears. And the tail was those zigzaggy things at the back. So I imagine the tail, it would split in half, and now we have these two zigzaggy things in the back, so that was the tail. Okay? My buddy Matesh says, awesome, thank you, buddy. Geza B says, awesome work, man, really enjoyed the live stream. Thank you very much, I'm glad you liked it. Gato says, this is the content we need, funny fusions. Yeah, I'll probably do more of these. These were a lot of fun, so maybe you guys could suggest fusions of characters one of these days. Falco says, Pikachu, yeah. Colin Bailey says, what happened to the Taylor Swift mashup video? I'm assuming you mean the Taylor Swift and the Windblade. I do have that on my channel, but that's an old video. That's like a year or so ago, year and a half ago. I just put that back up on my Facebook page, so maybe that's where you saw it. Deus Overkill says, Trans Pikachu. And Ewan McAllister says, wants me to draw Bat Bear and Superman Cub. Now, he actually put this on all my videos. So one day, Ewan, I'll do that. We're almost done here. I think we're on the last video for drawing the Rocket 10 minute, 1 minute, 10 second challenge. Thank you guys for liking that video. Hey, if you want to share it and tag the Rock, I'd be happy. Okay? Rockin' all the time says The Rock doesn't have big lips. He also isn't a floating bunch of facial features. That's true too, my friend. But he also says, I feel the second drawing looked more like The Rock. I could see that actually. I definitely could see that. Adam Tack says the lips in the 10-second drawing were hilarious. Yeah, I believe so. Johnny Perez says the second one looks like Lex Luthor. Yeah, possibly. Meg Ednor wants me to do a self-portrait with this challenge. Maybe one day. I'll give that a try. Luis says, are you drawing the other elements of Earth too? Water, wind, heart. Any of you Captain Planet fans? I drew a Captain Planet a long time ago. You could try to search for that. Talon Steven says, do one for John Cena, but leave each panel blank. You can't see me. That's a great one. Harmon Artist says, the 1 minute looks good, like a cartoon from Scooby-Doo or something. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Costas Mixa says, we love The Rock. Yeah, we do. Peter says, this guy gives me such great vibes. Are you talking about me or The Rock? Either way, I agree. There you go. Oh, boy. Another great video. There you go. Oh, Jim Just says, another great video. Anada says, why aren't you doing more tutorials like you used to? I totally agree with you. I will be getting back to weekly tutorials very, very soon, so just wait for that. Let's see, Mr. DC Comics says, not bad for a 10-minute drawing. Not bad. Bear Sark Slane says, love these, man, keep them up. I also don't get notification about your streaming anymore. It's been real annoying. That's because you're probably not subscribed to the channel I stream. So make sure you go to youtube.com/JamesRays and hit the button there, and you'll be a part of the streams, okay? Unlikable says, your 10-second drawing is like my 10-hour drawing. No, I think you can do a little bit better than that in 10 hours. Gabriel says, I love these challenges. Could you do a challenge when you draw with a medium you don't usually use, like watercolor or brush ink or 100% digital? Yep, I would absolutely do that. So I'll probably do some materials experimenting sometime in the near future, for sure. Ewan's asking about the Bad Bear and Man Cup again. One of these days, Ewan, one of these days. Jacques is second. There you go. George says, love your challenges. You are awesome. Thank you, George. And George was also first comment, so thank you, George. And I believe that is about it. That is it. So that was this was an extremely long video, but that's when I went through all the comments. It is 7:48 p.m. Eastern Time right now as of this recording. So if you messaged after that, that's why I didn't get to your comment. But thank you guys for commenting. You guys are the best, and I hope I could answer as many. I answered your questions well. You guys are the best, so thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Please do keep commenting on all my videos. I read every single one. I apologize for not being able to answer all of your comments, but I will do the best I can. Please continue to follow me on all social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, @BoxOfficeArtist, Facebook.com/TheBoxOfficeArtist, Twitch.tv/BoxOfficeArtist, and my name is James. I am the Box Office Artist. I'm here to say keep drawing, and I'll see you all next time.